Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our Fulwider Insurance Agency Coach Spotlight. And right now, Coach Tylee filling in for Coach Peterson. Jared, first game of the year down at West Liberty here tonight. Talk a little bit about just getting back into it and having another season here.
We're excited, and I think the reason we're excited is you practice for so many weeks, so many days against guys in your own color. So we're ready to get after people in a different uniform. And I mean, you use these first couple games to kind of gauge where you're at, and we have some young guys playing on both sides of the ball and special teams, so we need to figure out where and how they're going to help our football team.
Well, you talk about young guys, Coach has talked about it many times, 16 starters to replace from last year. I mean, talk a little bit about how those fresh faces are trying to get acclimated and take advantage of this opportunity.
They're working hard. They execute pretty well, and I'm speaking more for the offensive side of things, but they execute pretty well. I think for us and for them, it's focusing on the little things, finishing plays, putting our head in the right side, and stepping with the proper foot, just stuff like that, the little things. And I think as we continue to improve on those details, we'll be pretty good. But we still have to get there, and hopefully we get even closer by this Friday.
Well, and you look, obviously offensive coaches always love to have that great offensive line. You've got 3 pretty good guys coming back starting, a couple of new guys in there. I mean, talk about that group and how much they're going to mean to the success of this year's team.
Oh, absolutely. When I played, I thought us skill guys were the cream of the crop, and when you get into coaching and you coach with Coach Rummels, he puts it in your head, and he's exactly right. We're as good as what our big guys are, and that's both sides of the ball. And and John Krall, he's been an outstanding leader for us to this point, and he's blossomed into a pretty good center, and he's a big dude right now. And Cole Tysinger and Jacob Barnhart, I have all the faith in the world in those 3 guys, and Andrew Black. He's been a little banged up here the last week or so, but I've been pretty impressed with him, and Drake Bloom, we're trying to bring him along. He's one of the younger guys, and he's getting better each day, and he's one of those guys we got to push as far as those details go that I was talking about. Nick Madsen, he's stepped in, and he's done some pretty good things. So between those 6 guys, and Chris Mahan's played a little spot here and there, but between those guys, that's what we're going to have to work with. So, and they've done a pretty nice job, and we're going to be, like I said, especially offensively, we have a really good running back, but he's not going to go very far without those guys in front. So we got to be pretty good up front.
Well, and talk about trying to take some of the pressure off Luke, because obviously everybody knows about him. He's a guy that's been around for 3. This is his 4th year. What can you do to try to take that pressure off him and still succeed?
Yeah, we're going to see 8-man boxes. I gotta imagine quite a bit, and we got to be creative with what we do. And we have other good players. Cooper Kabla to me is going to be one of the best receivers in our area. He's pretty good, and Cale Donovan and Derek Sparks in the backfield with Luke have done a nice job for us. And Ben Thompson, he's good on the outside, and Cheese Graves, he's going to be pretty good for us. He's somebody we can move around, put in different spots, and he catches the ball well. So, we got some pretty decent weapons. They still got to prove themselves. We lost a lot of quality weapons from last year, but the guys that have been filling in, I feel like, have done a nice job. But now it's time Friday night. These lights, they're when they shine the brightest. So we got to have guys step up.
Well, speaking of stepping up, 2-man race still for quarterback. You got Brandon and you got Bo. Talk about that and kind of how things are shaking out as we head into this first game.
Even, they're even. If you're asking me, I'm not sure how we're going to work it yet. I haven't decided. I told those guys last weekend I haven't decided how we're going to work it. So we could flip-flop series if we get on a roll here. We might ride the hot hand. So I don't know. I think it's just going to be a gut instinct thing and go with what's working.
Well, West Liberty here tonight, coming off a 1-8 year last year, been down a little bit, but Coach Iskey's trying to turn that thing around. Talk about what you're expecting. What's the scouting report for the Comets tonight?
I've heard that they've got a really good junior class, very athletic, and that they've improved quite a bit. And And so, we expect them to come out. It's West Branch, West Liberty. So regardless, we could both be 0-8 going into the last game of the season, and it's going to be hard fought. So we expect them to come out and play hard, and we expect our guys to come out and play hard, and we expect a good football game.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you, guys.
That is, again, Jared Tylee, tonight's Fulwider Insurance Agency Coach Spotlight. We'll be back with more of the pregame right after this. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.